Hey everybody, how's it going? How's it going? It's going good for me. Is it going good for you? I hope so. If it isn't, then it should hopefully be now, because we're about to watch a Gotham promo. Now this is for episode 19, and I don't think there's too much to it. I remember seeing a teeny tiny bit on the end of the Gotham thing. But anyway, as I just said, this is for episode 19, To Our Deaths and Beyond. That is what the episode is called. And I guess I'm going to get straight into it. But before I read out the synopsis, everybody who is watching this video down in that little rectangle box on YouTube, why not go ahead and like this video if you end up enjoying it. It only takes 2 seconds to hit that like button. And other than that, guys, subscribe to this channel if you're brand new, because there's lots of comic book nerdy stuff going on down here. So why not click the subscribe button? So the synopsis for this episode is as follows. Gordon and Bullock try to figure out who the clever thief is behind the robberies of the various bank branches in Gotham. Meanwhile, Barbara is put in danger, forcing Tabitha to recruit help. Okay, so I think I already know who's behind the robberies, and it kind of is a callback to that episode with Riddler and Lee. She was like, how many freaking banks can you rob, Ed? And he was just like, I don't know how many. And then she was just like, I reckon you could beat that record, Ed. Maybe if I kiss you, you could beat that record. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Time to watch this promo. Alright, so 3, a 2, and a 1, and a 3, and 2, and a 3, 2, 2, 1, play, go.
I saw a vision of a cataclysmic event. Molding you into a dark night of Gotham.
All new Thursday on Fox.
Okay, there was actually more to that promo than what I freaking thought. Freaking Ghul, death is just an illusion, people. But no, yeah, it's just like Barbara still seems to be slaying in her Barbary ways as the demon's head, and it's like, well, what is going on with that? But I guess I'll examine these frames further by further, frame by frame. What am I on about? Okay, so to say the least, this promo is kind of confusing because there's a few things you can draw out of it. But one thing I could say is the voice that Ra's al Ghul is saying is like, I saw a vision of a cataclysmic event that will mold you into the dark night of Gotham. Basically, he was saying that to Bruce, I'm pretty sure, because obviously, you know, who's the Dark Knight of Gotham. The trailer kind of makes it seem like Raish is saying that to Barbara, but so the cataclysmic event is No Man's Land, and I don't know how many of you are familiar with that storyline. I was going to bring out a bonus video for it, and I still hopefully will if I get time, but it is, for all intents and purposes, a very cataclysmic event that kind of screws up Gotham very much so, and it's very true. I feel like the reason why they're doing this storyline, and in terms of what Ra's said, that turns Bruce into the Dark Knight of Gotham, because what happens in No Man's Land is such a cataclysmic event for Gotham City that Bruce will probably take up his proper vigilante mantle. I mean, I know he's already kind of there, but not exactly Batman, but really start to take it seriously. And we already know that he's already started to identify that he needs to be a protector of Gotham, or like he can show the people that if you can stand up to terror, it's the only way to like fizzle it out, or whatever he said. But yeah, this, trust me, in terms of what Ray said, is 100% true. His vision, I guess, is true, because Bruce does and probably will rise up by the end of this season, especially with No Man's Land happening. And just on a side note, they wanted to chuck in amongst all this chaos with the Raish or the Demon's Head storyline or whatever. We see a little bit of Riddler, I'm sure, robbing a bank, and he's like lighting you know, a freaking zipper or something, and throws it on all these papers. Yeah, just it's just poking and the people by saying, don't worry, there's Riddler stuff going on in this episode at the same time. I'm looking forward to it, seeing where his storyline goes, because it has been quite segregated to the villains, or the Legion of Horribles. A lot of people were disappointed that Riddler Nigma, or you know, the Riddler Edward, wasn't invited into Jerome's little thing, which is actually, you know, I'm surprised myself that he wasn't. But I guess, you know, what would, you know, we already had such a storyline as it was with the Mad Hatter and Scarecrow and everyone like that. What would they have really have got the Riddler to do on top of that we couldn't have had screen time for anyway? So anyway, yeah, looking forward to the whole Riddler robbing banks stuff. Want to see where that's going with Lee, but I guess we're gonna have to wait and find out. Are you guys excited? Let me know down in those comments below. Raish is kind of making me laugh. It's like he has like normal hands in the vision or whatever. He's appearing to Barbara here, but he has like the crusty old face that when Bruce stabbed him, he turned into that hollow, mummified version of himself. So he definitely does appear to Barbara. I'm still pretty confident that the voice or the dialogue isn't to Barbara, you know, obviously about the Dark Knight stuff, because, well, one interesting thing whilst I'm talking about that is we see, I'm very happy, I said in my review, obviously I hadn't seen the promo properly until now, I said in my review I hope that we do actually get to see this Batmobile very proto Batmobile, it's just bulletproof really and fast, in use before the end of the season, and we see Bruce here, with Barbara in the car. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, whenever we had screen time properly with Bruce and Barbara, I think we must have at one point, but not to this degree, so I'm very excited for that. I bet these two were really, you know, happy working together, David Mazouz and Erin Richards. But we see Bruce is actually driving away with Barbara in the car, from either a League member. Now, what we have to remember is, Barbara's got all these ladies of the League with her, following her, as she's got the Demon's Head essence in her, and thus making her the Demon's Head, I guess. But then when Tabitha got chucked out, we got these other Demon Heads guys. It's like a battle of freaking genders at the minute. It's really weird. Saying to Tabby, oh, we serve the true Demon's Head, which is Ra's al Ghul. He's still alive. Death is just an illusion, basically. And so it's very confusing. Do you know what I mean? Because we get Barbara fighting the Demon's Heads guys, basically. The guys in the cloaks, the guys who look like Ra's, the guys who actually look like really cool League of Shadows or League of Assassins members, but in Gotham it's League of Shadows. Just to anyone who types in the comments, it's League of Assassins, what are you on about? League of Shadows was Batman the Dark Knight. But yes, we don't get a mega good look at who Barbara is fighting in that little secret room that she unlocked in last episode, but you would have to assume it is the League of Shadows members that we saw at the end of the episode as well, with Tabitha, you know, saying that, you know, death is just an illusion. It's probably those guys, and it's probably the same guy, or, you know, one of the guys who is chasing Bruce as well. If not, some weird trick. I don't think it's Ra's himself, because we see, which I'll get to in a second, him being resurrected, which is interesting. So yeah, I think it's just his disciples for now, you know, or members. But hell yeah, guys, jumping to that part of the trailer, it seems that Bruce is being forced by the guys' side of things. It's really weird. Do you know what I mean? There is definitely like the women's like league and then the guys' league. It really feels like they're segregating them somehow. I mean, I probably won't. I don't know. But you know, girls with Barbara, and then at the end with Tabby, we saw the guys, and then we see the guys here. It is definitely weird. But I can't figure that one out. But anyway, we see Ra's getting resurrected. Obviously, in a place with Gotham, there happens to be another Lazarus pit, which isn't uncommon at all. There usually is like plenty of Lazarus pits in all the Batman stories, not just one. So it looks like he is getting resurrected, and Bruce is being forced to watch, and he looks very, very freaked out. And this could very well be after he's resurrected. We might hear the line saying, "I saw a vision." With a, you know, Gotham being in a cataclysmic event, and you rise up to be like a Dark Knight, and that doesn't make any sense really to Bruce right now. But we all know, as the audience, we know the future, so we know what the Dark Knight means. So I'm very much so looking forward to this scene. Looks like Bruce doesn't maybe get away with Barbara, maybe they do, but maybe they catch up with him after that scene before in the trailer we just broke down. But we also see Selina in the background, so towards some of the shots at the end of this trailer we see Selina as well, with Bruce about to kiss her. So it looks like we are getting more Batcat, which I have been talking about quite a bit recently, thinking, oh, are we going to get more, are we not? I quite like it, and it looks like we are. So I'm thinking that might happen before all of this, and then right, what we're seeing on the screen now with Selina in the background being held captive by the League of Shadows members, the guys' side. Yeah, it looks like she's forced to witness all of this at the same time, which is very, very interesting. We see Jim outside. I'm sure this is bank related as well, but we see all these security guards in the bank. I don't think they're cops. I think they are just security guards. Not sure. Just drop, I think, dead. So, wow, it looks like Riddler really is being quite... you know, I don't know what other word to say than savage with his methods in terms of robbing these banks. If that is death, then that is pretty hardcore. He could just have done anything else. But, you know, Riddler, compared to Edward Nygma, is a lot darker and doesn't really give a crap. He's more like, you know, for entertainment with killing people. Just like the Riddle game in the episode before last. Now, I'm also wondering if this scene with Grundy and Penguin with all that stuff on fire in that room... I'm wondering if that is bank related or whatever, but I'm thinking it might be what Ed threw in, you know, set alight earlier on in the trailer. So that is going to be very interesting. It could spark some more frustrations between Oswald and the Riddler, which is always entertaining to see. But I know some people might start kicking off. They're like, oh, Oswald and Ed are not friends again, but they're never truly friends. They've said in interviews before, it's like they'll never be where they were before, but they'll always be bouncing back and forth between ally and pure enemy hatred, but never quite being able to kill each other really, but just causing nuisance for each other all the way up until the day they both die in the much further future. And at the very end, I don't know if this is Raish. It could just be that one of the guys who took all the female League people out. I'm probably thinking it is Raish, considering at the beginning of the trailer we saw his little crusty face version of himself talking to Barbara. So this looks like it's the same scene, same set, but then it looks like Barbara's having a light gasm with her hand, literally just like, oh my god, you know, light freaking beaming out everywhere. I think that is just maybe, I think all of this is just building up to a point where obviously Alexander Siddig is coming back, because we see him freaking get resurrected in this trailer. So I am thinking, just like kind of what I theorized, maybe Barbara is kind of, maybe it means to the end, to an end. I don't know, because I can't imagine she's going to be the demon's head when Rachel's got to come back. Like, yeah. But one thing we do need to get answered is what is with the deal of her in the 400-year-old painting. There definitely is more to Barbara than what meets the eye with all of this stuff. So I'm very interested to find out just what Barbara's role in all of this is. And what is the deal with all those ladies following Barbara, seriously? And then you've got this segregated group saying that they're actually the true you know, followers of Ra's al Ghul, and that he isn't actually dead, and really they've just been holding his crusty body this whole time, waiting for him to get dipped in a pit. Maybe they just needed to wait for Barbara to build up this essence for something that allows Ra's to get brought back, because I feel like there's definitely something else going on here, 100%, but I would love to know your thoughts in the comments below, guys. Let me know what you thought of this promo, and let me know what you thought of the breakdown in general. I would love to hear everything you've got to say, because there is still quite a bit of mystery, and that's what I like. Sometimes, you know, some promos can be fairly easy to break down, and the predictableness to it all, it can be a bit too predictable, but this time we've got a bit of confusion. So let me know, guys. Let me know everything. One little thing I will say as well, I loved how they included in the previous episode of Barbara talking about, there's spells in this book or something, you know, about bringing people back from the dead, or like just death kind of magic-y stuff. I really am paraphrasing off the top of my head, but they, you know, it's very deliberately deathy, magic-y stuff, which you don't really truly get into in a lot of the Batman stuff, especially, I don't know, sometimes they dabble in it, like on this TV show, but then they've taken it back. But now, the fact they've mentioned it is out there, like the dark stuff, that the really far-fetched stuff that can be done in comics and has been done in comics, but on TV shows it doesn't always reflect as well. Like the realism completely gets taken away from it. But I feel like they very much so deliberately talked about that, you know, when Barbara was talking to Tabitha, and Tabitha was just like, the old Barbara I know would have sold all this stuff within a heartbeat. I think maybe with Ra's so far gone, like literally, you know, fossilized death almost, then he might need a bit more juice than the Lazarus pit to bring him back. So maybe Barbara's power and essence has something to do with that, and maybe there's a spell, or in all those texts that she was reading, and that is how he truly gets brought back as the demon's head, and Barbara is just like on the side again. So I don't know, that's just another theory of mine. Let me know what you think of that too. But if you guys enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that like button. If you haven't done so already, did you enjoy the video? If you did, hit it. If you're new to this channel, why not subscribe for more videos just like this? I will be bringing out a Gotham Q&A for last episode, a dedicated Q&A. Normally I include it in my reviews, but there's so much to talk about question and answer wise, so be sure to head to my community tab on my YouTube channel, and just literally type in BobaTalks, or just go to my YouTube channel. You see home, videos, and then community. Go there and you see a post about Gotham. So submit your questions, anything related to do with the latest episode. So I'd love to talk about it with you guys. I just want to say thank you to every single one of my lovely patrons appearing on the screen around here. If you want to become a patron yourself, head to my Patreon page. It is the link in the top of the description, or at least maybe check it out. Check out some of the tiers, and you might like some of the rewards that come with pledging to them, just like these guys did. So thank you so much for checking it out, and I really appreciate your support regardless. Other than that, guys, you can follow me on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. Twitter and Instagram are my most active. Links popping up on the screen around there, or in the description below. I do have a Discord server. Join that. The server invite is in the description below as well. Apart from that, everybody, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.